WRFD-TV presents Gentle Giant with Pam Minnick and Katie Kaufman.
This week, our travels take us to South Dakota, where heavy horses played a key role in settling this part of the country.
You're right, Pam. It's within the wagon tracks of the old Deadwood Trail that Doug Hansen's love of history and desire to preserve the heritage was born. We'll take a look inside Hansen Wheel and Wagon to see their intricate methods of building and restoring wagons and stagecoaches.
And then we'll visit McCrossan Boys Ranch, where they've changed the lives of troubled young men for more than 6 decades. The draft horse program and the competitive hitch have played a key role in giving these kids a new hope for a better life.
You're right, Pam. All of this coming up in just a moment when Gentle Giants begins.
Welcome back to Gentle Giants. In 1955, Melinda McCrossan established a ranch where troubled young boys were given the opportunity to grow into fine young men. With moral support and good old-fashioned ranch work, hundreds of lives have been changed, and draft horses have played a key role.
McCrossan is a residential and educational facility. Of course, we are a working ranch, so that is a big part of what we do out here. But we also work with kids and take care of kids in lots of other ways. We have kids that come to us from a lot of different backgrounds. A large percentage of them have experienced some type of abuse in their lives, whether it's emotional or sexual or physical or even neglect. The horse program, the hitch program, is critical to what we do out here. It's the cornerstone to what we do. We have lots of activities, but it's extremely important that the boys get involved with equine therapy and they learn how to ride. They're involved in 4-H, and then just on a daily basis going out and taking care of chores and making sure that all of our different livestock, whether it's horses or donkeys or goats or sheep, are all taken care of and fed and watered and clean stalls.
You know, the horses provide some avenue for our kids. For the first time in their life, they can talk to somebody and there's not consequences to it. They can start building a relationship where there's not negative consequences involved. And that just kind of opens the door for us. Once they kind of build a rapport and relationship with animals, then oftentimes that can transcend into, hey, maybe I can trust these people here too. And that's when we get a lot of progress made with the kids we work with.
Part of building relationships with our young men, when they come in with some of the issues that they've had to deal with in their young lives, is building that relationship, but also making sure that we are patient as they work through some of the issues that they've come in here with.
You know, the animals we have here are very calm and accepting of a lot of things. You know, even when our kids make mistakes, you know, maybe horsemanship wise, they're very forgiving to them and just help them, teach them to learn, you know, the right way. So, most of them haven't been around animals ever in their life, and so it just gets, as they learn more, they have more responsibility. I mean, if a kid's here long enough, usually, you know, they start helping with the trimming and, you know, shoeing process. You know, I teach them as much as I know how, and they're hands-on involved with it, and it's an everyday, 7-day-a-week deal, you know, throughout the year. There's such an exorbitant amount of work that goes into getting horses ready. I mean, from, you know, starting to shoe, you know, 8-10 weeks out before an event, you know, the clipping and combing, get them in shape, you know, exercising them. You know, that is a lengthy process that requires a long time and a lot of work. One guy can't do it all. You know, we couldn't have a hitch if it wasn't for the boys here. I mean, the boys put in 90% of the work, and they've got to work together, you know, to get that much stuff done.
We have an amazing campus. You know, it's kind of, we want it to feel like home for our boys. Many of our boys come for 6 to 9 months, but a lot of them are raised at McCrossan Boys Ranch. And so it's very important that it feels like home or a ranch to them. We have cottages where the boys live. We have an on-campus school that operates year-round. We have a barn, a fabulous barn, an indoor horse arena, an outdoor horse arena, and of course we have a lot of other things here on campus as well. I see so many boys come to McCrossan Boys Ranch and they don't know what they're good at. They've never been given a chance to participate in extracurriculars, to be around animals or anything like that. They have this wonderful opportunity to work with horses here, and a lot of them win fabulous awards, and that light bulb goes off and their self-esteem raises and everything gets better for them, and it's just amazing to watch basically a troubled youth turn their life around just because they feel good about themselves.
We have draft horses and riding horses. Particularly, I like the draft horses. I don't really like riding horses. And probably one of my favorite horses out here is Prince. Right when I came out here, it was the first horse that ran up and first horse that I seen, and just liked him ever since. It just takes a lot of responsibility to take care of him. And when you're driving them, it's just like riding a horse. It's only a little harder, and just you're responsible for everybody on the wagon. Then it made me feel better about myself, knowing that I can do things.
For me, that's the ticket, that's the paycheck. You have a kid that comes in really reserved and quiet and not very confident, and have a little bit of success, in a show ring or just with his ability to handle animals. And they leave here with, thinking they can tackle anything. They've accomplished a lot, they've done a lot, and they can do anything they want to from here on out.
These horses out here, they're more than just animals to these boys. They're companions, they're friends, they're therapy for the boys. They're everything to these boys. Our horses have been everywhere with our boys, and they make a true difference in their lives and really help them, find new hope for a better life.
A lot of people know us just because of our draft horses. They've seen us in a parade, they've seen us, we've represented South Dakota 3 or 4 times in the inauguration parade. It was quite an honor to drive past the President of the United States in a wagon from little old South Dakota, and all the boys were there. We took 16 boys with us on that trip. They represented South Dakota very well. I was proud of them. It was a tough day. They hung in there, did what we asked them to do, and hopefully they felt good about it.
To be able to take the 16 boys and our staff that went out and be a part of history like that, and spend the time that we did out there getting things ready, going to the parade, and then a few days afterwards seeing the sights of Washington, D.C., which for almost every young man that was on that trip is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. That was a huge thing for me.
As you can imagine, it takes a lot of dollars to keep a ranch rolling out here. Not only do we have about 70 boys on any given day, help more than 250 boys a year, we also have more than 40 horses out here. It takes a lot of dollars to keep that going. When people see the hitch and they see the awesome things that we do out here with horses and with the boys, they want to support this mission, and that makes all the difference. We put on a wonderful rodeo each August. It's a major fundraiser for McCrossan Boys Ranch. We get about 3,000 people who come out to watch it. It's got the major events of rodeo, barrel racing. We have the Northern Bull Riding Tour and mutton bustin'. Our boys, they take part in helping out with the grand entry with our great big horses. Everyone wants to see the big horses when they come out to McCrossan Boys Ranch. I've been working here for 12 years, and one of the things that people tell me time and time again is how the horses have changed lives out here. I had a mom tell me just this morning that McCrossan's Gentle Giants out here changed her son's life. And she said, "I can never repay you. Keep inspiring those boys." It's hard to explain how the horses do this magical thing that they do. It's one of those things that you have to see for yourself. I don't know exactly how the magic happens, but it does. And those big, gentle giants make big changes in the lives of our boys. I think Winston Churchill said it best when he said, "There's something about the outside of a horse that's good for the inside of a man."
What great work there at McCrossan Boys Ranch. When Gentle Giants returns, we're going to go behind the scenes at Hanson Wheel and Wagon. Stay with us.